What's up guys, welcome to Design Creators. Now let's learn about the layer masking. Every feature about the layer masking, everything that the layer masking can do, I will be teaching on this video. Alright, so this here is the button for the layer masking. It looks like a Japan flag, right? Yeah, that's it. So layer masking, in order to apply that, you need to first select a layer to apply, which is this layer. Okay, so first let's see the basic function of the layer masking, how exactly it is working. Later on we'll see what we can actually do with it. So here's a layer which is selected. Now as you can see, this is no longer grayed out, but if I press this, as soon as I do that, see here a new white color box will be added there. So if I press that, as you can see, this here is the layer masking. Currently it is selected. Now you can even select the layer. Now the layer is selected, right? Now the layer masking, now the layer. So you have to know which is selected at the moment. Now it is the layer masking. And also in between this, what do you see? In between this box, the only color available is white color. So the opposite of white color will be black, right? Therefore, on your foreground color swatches panel, this one, I mean the swatch, what is the color selected? Black, and that's the foreground color, and white is the background color. On your foreground, not on your background, on your foreground, it should be white selected. If this is white, the opposite of that is black. And make sure it should be black, right? When I say black, that means RGB, all these values should be set to 0, all these three. But even if it's set to a little bit higher, then as you can see, these values are no longer 0, and that's a problem. You could do like this. You could select these three and just put in 0 in there. Now we have selected black. If it's white, I'm just telling, if it's white, it should be all these three is going to be 255. That's the maximum value. And 0, meaning black is always 3 zeros for RGB. Now black is selected. Make sure these values are all not even 1. There should not be at least 1 here. Wrong. All these three should be 0. Okay. Now what we can do with this is, now I can take the brush tool. B is the shortcut key. Get your brush tool, and like always, you can right click anywhere in this white color area, and you can decide the size of the brush and as well as the hardness of it, whether it should be 100 or fully smooth as 0. I'm going to leave it at 100%. Now let's select the masking, and I hope you know the shortcut keys to increase or decrease the size of the brush circle, this drawing area. The shortcut key for this is left or right square bracket keys. Now this is white and this is black, and now if I just click on the image, as you can see, that part of the image is erased now. Now it is fully erased. There is no part over here. It's fully erased. I will hide the background so that I can move the image and show you that it is deleted or erased. Okay, and the circle that I pressed here is showing here on the mask as well. If you can see closely, you can see the same circle here as well. Now this white color area is filled with a black color dot. That's what I pressed here. But what if we again refill this black color dot again with white color? That means it's going to reveal the erased part of the image. Okay, let's try it. Select the masking, not the layer, the masking. Now get your brush tool again, and you know the opposite color of white was black. So in order to fill that black color spot with white color, we need to make sure that the foreground color is now at white. If you click on this button, we can switch these two colors. And now if you press this, it will default the color. That means it will reset the color. Also, the shortcut key to reset the color is letter D, and this shortcut is letter X. Okay, now let's press here. As you can see, it is again adding the image, and also if you could see here, it's filling the entire image with white color, just like that. Now the shortcut key for this is X, so that you can switch with this. So now this is black. Now if you click drag, it will erase. Press X on your keyboard and click drag it to get it back. So click drag to erase, again X, and so on. The colors will switch like this. As you can see here, I'm filling with white and again painting it to reveal the image. Okay. Right, that's how the layer masking works, and there are so many reasons why we use the layer masking. One of the underrated feature most of the YouTubers doesn't tell you is that now I'm going to again put this image in here. Okay, there are two versions of this image. Only one version has a layer masking, other one don't have. Let me select this which doesn't have the layer masking applied. I will get the eraser tool, E for the eraser, and start clicking on an image so that it will convert it to a rasterized layer. We'll talk about rasterized layer and what is a smart object later on in the upcoming videos. But for now, just click on the image like this and it will say this message and you have to press OK. Let's start erasing with the eraser. Okay, now if I erase certain part of the image to get it back, now how do I undo? By pressing Ctrl Z, and if you hold down Ctrl and tap on Z several times, I can take the changes back. Now let's say I'm going to erase the image like this. Okay, if I need to get the change back, Ctrl Z, right? You know that. That's how we undo. So I'm going to erase all of these parts of the image. Done. But now I have erased the image itself, the layer itself. Now for this layer, I'm going to select the masking and I'm going to erase using the masking, which will be, if I get the brush tool now, if this is white, the color I have to select is black, reduce the size of the brush, and now I'm going to erase the masking, not the image. Now if you look closer, as you can see, the image is still intact. It has not got erased or anything. But if we take a look at this layer, we have erased the layer itself, and now for this we have used a masking on top of that, and I have erased the masking. Alright, now I'm going to go to File, save this, maybe on my desktop as a test file, test. Let's save this. Okay, I will also close Photoshop completely. Here's the file. All right, here's the file. Now let's say I have closed Photoshop completely and I have to open this file. Maybe the next day. Let's double click and open this. Okay, now I have opened the file. Now if I press Ctrl Z, the shortcut key for undo, when I press undo, nothing happens. See, I'm pressing it many times. Down here, if you can see, I'm pressing it many times, but there is no change here. I can't get the changes back. I can't again get the original image back to normal. I cannot do it. Whatever the parts that I erased, I cannot get it back because I have erased the layer itself. I have erased the layer itself. But if I use a layer masking, the best part is that now I can get the brush tool, and these black color spots I have to fill it with white color, so that will change the white color. And now if I click drag, as you can see, I can reveal the image. Okay, now this feature is mostly useful. Let's say this image is there on my computer, right? It's always there. But what if I delete this. Okay, I'm selecting it, deleting it. Now it's no longer available on my computer. Even on the internet, let's say it's not there. To get it again, now you are in big trouble because there is no undo for this. But for this, the full entire original image is intact. Okay, let's see furthermore about the layer masking. For that, I plan to do a practical so that you will understand clearly. So the download this link to this image will be in the description. Click on that and download. Let's load it inside Photoshop to a new window. Up here you just drop it so that it opens on its original image size. Also, the practical that we are going to do is this is called the Photoshop depression effect. Okay, something like this. To do these types of image, you will need to use layer masking. You don't have to use it, but still using the layer masking is the most effective way to make an image like this. So if you have a look at this particular image over here, as you can see, this dress color is extending all the way to the right side. Not only here, the skin color, the neck is expanding and the head part is expanding. Also, not only that, if we look at even this, the dress color is extending to the left as well as the hair color is extending to the left. So this is how we achieve this technique. So in order for us to do that, we need to first cut the subject out of the background. To do that, get any type of selection tool such as the quick selection tool, and this select subject button available mostly on the latest versions of Photoshop. It will highlight the subject, it will select the subject automatically, but when you zoomed in you will see imperfections such as this part is missing, so that I need to add the imperfection parts by clicking on them. I'm not going to follow through the entire outline or entire selection. It should take some time. Let's press select and mask this time. Means once you press this, the second is this selecting and masking. And once you press that, and also have a look at this entire user interface, which looks like this. But when I press select and mask, it's going to give us a new user interface, and with this all these options. In another class, in another video, I will be doing about layer masking clearly for the more advanced things about this. But in here, if you see in the drop down menu of output settings, you will notice that output to should be selected to new layer, this selection, the selection that I selected out of the background, I selected from the background, that selection should go on a brand new layer. Along with it, it should have a layer masking. That's what this is. Let me press cancel and show you. This was the before, but if I go to layer and masking, new layer with layer mask is enabled. Now when I press OK, now you will start to notice that there is a new layer, and this was the previous layer, background layer, and a new layer has been created. Now we need to create a solid color background, which should be this yellow. So to create a solid color background, go to adjustment settings. This is the one, the half circle, two half circles, click on that and press the first one, solid color. That means one color only. Select that and now select the background that you want. In my case, it should be sort of a yellow, which is matching with our image, matching with this background. Okay, perfect. Once you're done, press OK, and we don't need the background anymore. Double click on it to unlock this paddle or the lock. Double click on this and press OK so that it's unlocked. Now press the delete key on your keyboard or drag it to the dustbin over here. It's deleted now. Right, perfect. Now when I move this, I just have cut it out of the background. All right. One more thing, you should apply the layer masking to this. So what is applying layer masking? So to apply the layer masking, also you should know what is deleting layer masking. we'll see both of these. By right clicking here, you will see both of these, apply and delete. First, let's try with the delete layer masking. Okay, if I hide the background, now the background of this image has not been deleted permanently. It is still there. How do we know? Because you can see it right here. It's still there, but the layer masking is on top of that, which is covering this yellow color spots. But if I again fill this black color covering spots with white color brush tool, and it is going to reveal. Let me delete this for now. Okay, don't worry about that. Let me select a brush, and if I press, as you can see what's happening, I'm revealing the background, right? I'm just revealing the background, which has not been deleted permanently. You should know that. But if I press delete the layer masking, what it's going to do is it's going to take this mask and apply it permanently to this image. Right click, apply layer, no, delete layer masking. As you can see, yeah, it's the opposite. Okay, what am I pressing here? Okay, so yeah, I was all this time I was not talking about the deleting layer masking. I was actually talking about the apply layer masking. So applying, let's come back to delete in a while. So applying means it will take this masking and put it over here. Right click and apply. Now it has been applied. Now we can't get the background anymore because it's been permanently deleted. Okay, but just deleting is just deleting it, right? Just deleting it, that's all. There is no masking here, it just deletes it. Okay, now let's press applying it, right? This background also we don't need anymore, so we could delete the background and keep only one layer, one single layer, which will be this layer only, but it doesn't have any layer masking applied. It also doesn't have any background. It's just this person only. Now duplicate this layer by pressing Ctrl J, or right click and press duplicate layer. For this window, press OK. Now it has been duplicated. Also, accidentally, if you noticed, I have deleted my solid color background, which I will get it back. And also the solid color background that you created should go underneath all the other layers. That means two layers like this should be there. Bottom of that should be the color layer. All right, done. Now what you are going to do is, now I was talking about extending the part of the body, right, all the way to left or right side. You are going to do the same thing for the behind layer, which is this. Only for this layer you are going to extend it. So for that you need to hide this and this. I guess the background, let it be there, but this is important. Let's call it, yeah, let's leave it as background copy 1, and this is 2. This background, we have to select it and go to filter, liquify, and it will open a completely different window just like this. Now you have to select the forward wrap tool, Now reducing the size of this circle, you know the shortcut keys, left or right square bracket keys, and make sure that you don't over increase the size or anything like that. Just make it small as possible. This should be perfect. Now just click drag. See, you could just do this if you want to, but what we are going to do is extend the part of the body. The hat should be pulled over to any side you prefer, but make sure you pull the edge only. What do I mean? This edge only. Okay, don't pull part from here or here, just pull in one direction, the edge only. Pull this image completely towards one direction. But yeah, when you are doing this, it's better that it's too long. For a realistic result, we have to make it long as possible. All right, perfect. Now once you're done, press OK. Now you will see this image is now fully extended. This part is stretched. Now when I reveal the foreground image, see, let me explain one more time. This image is this layer which is not extended, but this background layer I have liquefied it. Okay, that's the difference. Now you need to download these type of effect brushes. To do that, you have to go to Google and search for Photoshop brush, or go inside the brusheasy.com website itself. This is a wonderful website which provides a lots of Photoshop brushes. In this case, when we scroll down, these are all nice depression effect brushes. The spelling is depression. You can search the same thing in here to reveal more type of depression brushes, but I'm going to just use this. I find there can be better brushes than this, but if you feel like, do some research and find a better brush than this. Let's download it. Yeah, let me save it on this folder. Once it's downloaded, right click on the file, WinRAR, and extract it, so that it will extract to a folder. Open that folder, open this as well. Now here's the ABR Photoshop brush file. You could install it by doing two things. One, double click this, that's it, and it will get installed. Or else get your brush tool and right click anywhere in this document. You will start to notice I have one list of basic brushes only. But as soon as I go to this gear icon and import brushes or load brushes, when I press that, if I locate the brush file and if I press load, it's going to add a new downloaded brushes here. It's going to install it. Or the easiest way is, why don't we just double click this, and that's it. It's simple as that. Now right clicking, and here's the new list of brushes that I have. And also the preview for that brush is shown here, if you can see. But if you can't see like mine, press the gear and show brush tip should be disabled. It's not going to show, it should be enabled, right? Yeah. Now it's going to show all the previews before I even click. Let's say I select the first one. Okay, now it's time to apply the layer maskings for both of these layers. This image is not really necessary. This, yeah, this we don't want. Yeah, let's enable the background image, and for that let's apply a layer masking. Okay, so you know that if you fill this white with black color, what will happen? If I fill this white with black color, is going to delete parts of the image. Like this, it's going to delete all the image if I fill it. But instead of wasting time, what if there's a shortcut key? Just by one press I can change this white to black. The shortcut key is Control I, invert. So press the layer masking, press Control I. Now we have inverted the image. If this is black, to reveal the image, parts of the image back again, I have to fill the black with parts of white. So let's change the color to white. Now if I click drag, I'm revealing. So that's how it works, right? Now get your depression effect brushes and just, I will enable this layer and select this layer masking and start to reveal like this. Parts of the layer start to reveal it like that. But also you should know that the direction of the brush, I don't like it. So how do I change it or rotate it? Just by this arrow, click, drag it to find the best direction. Maybe this should do. Now also, if you notice, I feel like I have to press Ctrl Z, make the size of the brush much bigger. This should work, or is it? Maybe some more smaller. Yeah, I'm also going to reduce the size of the brush and click only this part of the leg over here. and a little bit up there as well, up here. Yeah, if you notice here, I have the edges, I have tiny brush sizes. In this side, on the left side, it is the bigger particles, smaller particles in the edges like this, smaller particles in the edges, and bigger particles at the left side. This way it's so nice. Now what you can do is apply another masking for the layer which is at the top, which is this. Apply a masking for that by pressing this button over here, layer masking. It is applied. Now if this is white, fill it with black color. So now I can erase part of this. So brush tool, if I hide this, see what I'm doing. I'm erasing, right? I'm erasing part of this person. That's what I'm going to do by enabling this. Select the layer masking. Let's try to erase few parts here as well. Why don't I make it overall big and click and see what happening. Okay, so that's the depression effect using the layer masking. So hope you understood the advantage of layer masking. Once you have this, if you feel like you need to again start over, you could just fill this black with white color, and so that it will fill back to normal and you can start to work again. If this video was helpful, please subscribe to my channel. I will be uploading videos like this a lot, so please go to my channel and press that subscribe button. Thank you all for watching. Take care. Have a great day.